What's up, everybody? How are you? It's Bill Forster. This is Real Talk Chronicles, and we got Dr. Marilyn Quarter coming in today, giving us a back to back, which is a beautiful thing. Um, the sponsors: Soft Illusions Art Gallery, Daily Arts of Survival Magazine, Melba Wilson, Leon Ellis Chocolat, um, Ingram Taxes, Reggie Wells Quality Speakers, and so on and so on. Any sponsors, just holler at your boy and we can talk about it and discuss it. Well, the first Monday of the month, we have Assemblyman Al Taylor. The second Monday of the month, we have Dr. Marilyn Quarter, which is this time. But like I said, we got a back to back. The third Monday of the month is Allison Williams, and the fourth Monday of the month is that lady behind me and I. And we do what I do. We foster the moment. And every Wednesday, we will be talking, as Stefania lovely says it. Stefania says, "Hi, Miles." He's just running back and forth. She calls it the cop crew, and we talk about things. What's rocking New York City right now today, of course, if you don't know, is the commissioner resigned. So we will be definitely talking about that um, Wednesday and see what the whole thing speculation. Who's going to be the new commissioner? What's your thoughts on that? All those things and more. Uh, I haven't spoken to you since that fog or that brown sky that we had. That was crazy. You don't even know what that was going on in the ozone layer. She said, I got an alert about an hour ago. A woman got stabbed on the subway. Yeah. Um, Crime is at a is lawlessness is just crazy. There was on the news people. Where was that at, Malika? They were saying people were breaking in. Was it South Jersey or someplace? It was people were just breaking into mom and pop jewelry stores and robbing them. So it's like what's the deal? Um, we didn't even did we? Oh, we talked a little bit about the lady that got killed. Lady just shot through her door, and that's a whole nother thing, another topic. We'll finish that up. And without further ado, we have the birthday lady coming in. Is she situated? I see her. Let's give some hearts up for happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Birthday
Yeah,
girl.
exactly. Clap, clap, clap.
Hey, Marilyn.
Exactly. Did you have a good time for your birthday? Yes.
Yes, both of my chickadees were home.
Yes,
Freddie
I know
just
you
flew
said
back to
that.
Manila. Yes, this morning, but this afternoon, I'm just rushing back from the airport.
Oh. Okay, so he went back today. All
He
right,
went
cool.
back today, and then Adrian goes. She was supposed to go back today. She changed her flight, so she'll be going back tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next month. Next month. She's gonna
Okay.
stay here for a while.
Yeah, she posted some pictures. I liked them. I saw y'all. I think I went out or something. Did
Right.
some.
We were hanging with Marcus Johnson, the
Okay.
musician, jazz musician, on
Right.
Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good. A little jazz. That definitely that'll soothe you, ease you right in. So I was just telling people before we start. The big news in New York is that the police commissioner, resigned.
The
So
who?
definitely will be
Commissioner who?
the NYP police commissioner.
Why?
She was. Uh, I don't know. There's a lot of speculation. We'll delve deep into it Wednesday. I heard
Wow.
there's rumblings amongst the brass. I mean, people don't understand that the police department units like that are kind of like a dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? It's like who's liked at the top,
Right.
and then if I put you in a position, then still make me like you. You know what I'm saying? When you start trying to think on your own, things can become a little problematic.
Okay.
I don't right now. Um, you know, you hear the rumblings within the brass and things of, you know, this one didn't like this one reprimanded this one, and that one was close to this person, and you were like, wait a minute, like, oh, okay, you think you grown? Wait a minute, like,
Favoritism.
yeah, absolutely, Stefani said, "Oh my God, happy birthday, Dr. Corder. May all of your heart's desires come to fruition this year." Absolutely.
Well, I blew out
Yeah,
my
yeah,
candles and asked for stuff too. Okay.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, is there anything that you specifically want to talk about? I mean, you know what's so funny?
Let me cut this noise make off. I'll be right back. Um,
Okay,
uh,
cool. You know, um, oh, Sensei Felix, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. Um, checking in with us. Everybody, this is Dr. Marilyn Corder. If you have any questions, any health related issues you want to talk about, please feel free to write them in and ask her. Uh, what's her professional opinion of that? She will keep it 100 with you all the time. Bush,
I
oh
tell you
Sensei,
what, this is
sure.
one thing I need to give recognition. June is Men's Health Month,
Okay.
and there's a lot of things about men's health that number one people ignore. Number two, men don't get checked out. Number three, there's a reason why people of color, male of color, die before 10 years in some groups, 10 years younger than folks who are of different cultures and different hues.
Yeah,
So
that's like 70s, right? It's like 70, like men of color die around in the early 70s, don't
70s, and then the lifespan went down when COVID hit.
they?
So we lost about 2 years.
Wow.
So some say now 68, some people say 70, but of course we know many folks didn't see 70, barely saw 60 who died, who are still dying of disproportionately, uh, disproportionately attacking men of color.
Mm,
And men don't like to go to the doctors. And I want to tell all you men, the doctor's visit is not just somebody sticking something up your butt, okay, in terms of checking your prostate. A doctor's
right.
visit also includes high blood pressure checks or blood pressure checks. It includes your vision. So many people have glaucoma or cataract. They don't realize they can't see. Okay. And
Mm,
you'll see folks will tell you they have that glare, and this is for male and female, the glare at night when they're driving or sun and they see different shadows, and that's glaucoma. No, actually, that's cataract. But then glaucoma is the pressure where they see spots, etc. And just get your vision checked. We usually just see our doctors annually and may not get vision checked. But of course, if you're a child and you go to school or go to college, you got to get all that checked. But often that falls by the wayside, and there are gaps when we are not mandated to do such. And just when we had that air quality, um, horrible, we were in the maroon, well, purple to maroon here. And when you go outside, and as I was telling, um, I was on a couple of radio shows where I was telling the host of the Daily Drum, HUR Howard,
mhm.
that my husband had gone outside and said, "Wow, you know, my cataract is getting really crazy." And then my son said, "No, we all look at this is what we all see, this haze."
Yeah. Don't tell
It's
Fred. Don't
right.
claim
It was
something
like
we
it's
don't
okay,
know.
Dad. It's not getting worse. It's that
No, no.
everybody sees like that with that cloud with from the fire from the wildfires of Canada. But again, head to toe. So men, make sure you addressing things like your lab work, like your cholesterol, like your um, glucose, your sugars, like
Okay.
your prostate levels. I just had a doctor colleague of mine. I found out, well, her birthday was yesterday. I found out Friday that he got checked 2 weeks ago and found out he had cancer, prostate cancer, stage 4.
Mm,
So what does that tell you? He's a physician, and we make the worst patients. Stage 4. That means he had symptoms long time ago. And when you have symptoms, your body is like crying out, "Help, help, help." Address it. It's hard. I know you don't want to hear the information. I know it's like, oh, what I don't know won't kill me. Yeah, it can and it will, and it often
yeah.
does. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not
Yeah.
gonna. You can't push it up under the rug and say, "Well, I'll just deal with it later." Well, yeah, you will. Your whole family be dealing with it.
Yeah. Making plans and getting the black outfits together. Yeah. And
Right.
finding out. Yeah. You know what's so funny? I mean, like you said, man, it's health month, but man, I'm glad you told me that. Um, but you know, stress is a big factor of that too, isn't it? Like,
And who's not stressed these days? You know what? What we end up doing, black people, we just be drinking, drugging.
mm-hmm.
White boys just go ahead and kill themselves and kill their family.
Yeah, right,
They
right,
just say,
right.
"Bang, bang, bang, we're done. We're
Yeah,
done."
yeah.
Black people, we might do a little domestic violence. We shake you up a little bit, but yeah, shake
You
you up.
know, us brown, us black and brown people, we
That's
kind
right.
of
We're gonna
yeah,
shake you
yeah,
up, but we still love you.
yeah, yeah,
That post beat up love. But we also gonna give you, we're gonna drink, we're gonna have drugs, we're gonna be stupid.
yeah. Right,
Um,
right, right.
but don't be too stupid. And please, as you are going through whatever, we all stress. We are all stressed, no matter who, what, we all stress. So and what I won't say the word pisses me off, but I'm gonna say piss me off. What pisses me off
Right, right.
is the TikTok. Everybody looks like everything's happy and glorious, and look at us, we're getting married. Look at us, we're hanging out. Look at us, we're kissing and we loving. That's the moment.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, and don't feel bad because you don't look like that, you don't dress like that, you don't have that house like that. It's okay. Do
Yeah.
you get used to you? Be happy. Be grateful that you are still in the land of the living, because a lot of people are not. And if you think about it, a lot of people are not. So going back to men's health, this is the time where the males in your family, from your son, your nephews, your husband, your partner, your father, your neighbor, your pastor, get them checked. Tell them get checked. Challenge them. You may save a life.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? Just to piggyback off of what you were saying about, um, like stress and getting checked out and things of that magnitude. And like you said, who's not stressed? I mean, there's so many different things out here right now that can cause you to be stressed out. And Malika will tell you, anybody that really knows me know I'm like I'm like a duck. I'm gonna let the water go off my back. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are not like that. I mean, you have so many different things that are just accruing in one's life that's causing one to actually be like, uh, uh,
Right.
and I'm sure you can elaborate more on this. Stress will cause you to get depressed. It'll cause you to be like short tempered, and I guess it'll affect internally in your body too, right?
Sure. It there's something called I call it your adrenaline, and of course your cardiovascular system is affected by tachycardia and hypertensive, and a whole lot of situations where stress aggravates. Even it says stress has a factor, just like obesity has a factor on malignancy. So you're not going to take care of yourself. The other thing, if you're stressed, you're not going to take your blood pressure medicine. You're not
Right.
going to take your diabetes. You're not going to exercise. Exercises help stress. It gives you your endorphins, your natural endorphins, versus that bottle of liquor and that weed. Naturally feeling better. And I always tell everybody, as an adolescent doc, I tell folks, you know, tomorrow, the sun will come out tomorrow. The old Annie song, the sun will come out tomorrow.
Right, right, right.
And the night, it's just, it will pass. Whatever it is that's got you down. And how many of us have had situations where you're like, oh my God, I don't see how I'm gonna get out of this. And that a month later you look back and say, oh, that wasn't that bad, or I
Yeah,
did get
yeah,
out of it.
yeah,
Okay, something happens, and just be positive, be hopeful. Put on some good gospel music.
yeah.
Um,
Put it in God's hands. I start putting it
Absolutely, you have to. You
Yeah,
have to, because I tell you what, you had to put things in his hands, even if you didn't realize it was in his hands, to have gotten as far as you have gotten. I know
absolutely.
that myself personally. I
Yeah,
I give him all the credit. Okay,
yeah,
I give him all
definitely.
the credit. So,
Yeah, people, you better believe in a higher power. I don't know who
yep,
who you believe in, but you better believe in something. So I mean, that is just something like you said, like men's month. People don't men. What is the leading cause of men death now? Cause
Well, it's still okay. It depends on the color. All right. So,
okay,
but but for black folks, black guys, well, let's take violence out. Okay, let's say because the number one and number two, and depending upon the age group and social economics, it's violence. It's
mm-hmm.
violence. Be it gun, be it whatever.
Right, right, right.
Um, but for those that I hate to say natural causes, but naturally what they get naturally is
Mm-hmm.
cardiovascular. So we're talking aneurysms, we're talking strokes, we're talking diabetes. Now, diabetes is interesting. And I tell you this all the time. You all don't realize that diabetes causes more heart attacks than high blood pressure. I'm going to say that again so that will sink in.
Yeah.
Diabetes, as they call it sugar, okay, causes more heart attacks than hypertension. And
Mm.
what you have to understand, what diabetes attacks is everywhere. Diabetes attacks your brain, it attacks your heart, your blood vessels, and it definitely, we know it attacks your kidneys. And your heart needs your kidneys. They're best friends, your heart and your kidneys. So between your high blood pressure, some people have both. Some people have hypertension and diabetes. They might say, I'm pre-diabetic. I also have borderline hypertension. But after so many years, it's called real deal high blood pressure, real deal diabetes. So
Mm.
take your pick. So those two go hand in hand. Now, of course, we got to, in black men, we disproportionately see threefold, two to threefold, depending on what article you read, increased in prostate cancer. And they die sooner. And often they die sooner because, just like my colleague I mentioned, of course, not mentioning his name, found out he had cancer 3 weeks ago. Now it's 3 weeks ago. And guess what? It was prostate. It is prostate cancer. He's still alive, but it's stage four. Okay. Not one, not two, stage four. So what
So
does
that
that
mean
tell
he
you?
had to have the signs. He had to
There
have
you
the
go.
signs.
And he's a physician. So some people say, well, they just don't know. Yeah, you know. We don't want to know. It's called our heads are in the sand. We know. And I'm not total exempt. I mean, I go sometimes the last minute, trying to get this done, trying to get that. We know. We're too busy. We're scared. We don't want to hear. Oh, it'll just, I'm just busy. But it comes back and it will come back. So June, this month is men's health. Take somebody by the hand, have them get checked, challenge them, dare them, stress them, whatever. I wear Fred out. He has gout. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he can't eat some foods except, like I said, and he's learning that he's got to take turmeric, as we talked. He's got to take tart cherry, of
Right,
course,
right, right,
other
right.
medicines, allopurinol, colchicine. We got the prescription medicines and we have the natural medicine. You got to take them, you know? You got to take them.
Let me ask you a question, and it's so funny that you said that. Um, how you said doctors a lot of times are like got their head in the
Oh, we're the
sand.
worst. We're the worst.
Yeah, and I want to elaborate, get on that a little bit because I know with law enforcement, right? We were so desensitized when it came to someone's loved one passing away. It was almost like saying hello. It was like, I'm sorry for your loss. You know what I'm saying? But like, because we were
Yeah.
so used to maybe dealing with somebody pronouncing somebody dead or, at a scene of a crime and, you don't show those kind of emotions. And but it just seemed like okay, it's good to put the collection plate together for people when somebody passed away, but it's not like um when it hit home, it was a little different thing, but people still didn't show a lot of emotion with that. So my question or my statement leading to a question is, when you say doctors have their head in the sand, is it that the news that you give you don't want to hear yourself too, or you know what I'm saying, like, or yeah, you just like, I'm like you said, you're so busy caught up into your world that like, oh, I didn't get myself checked out, and I don't want to
Uh-huh.
hear that I'm sick.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Mm,
very true.
mm. That's deep. It really is. Always saving, but never don't want to be, or don't allow yourself to be saved, huh?
We're too busy, and we use that as an excuse. We get back to ourselves. We're too busy. But then that's just our defense of not really wanting to know, because they'll set you down. As a physician, we that's the last thing we want, is having an illness that will sit you down.
Really? So you have to go to a higher power, and they will tell you like, okay, you can't work.
Right. And
Oh,
you might, the diagnosis will in and of itself, like this colleague of mine, he can't work anymore. He didn't want to hear that. That's like what? That's like saying your heart can't beat anymore, because you most of us are in this. I mean, we're in it because that's our career, but it's our life. We're married to it. We,
right, right, right.
we're passionate about it. I love taking care of my patients. When COVID hit, I mean, felt bad because millions of people died, but I was really feeling bad because I couldn't see my patients. No matter if it was paying or not, I wanted to see my patients.
Mm, mm. And I guess that's equivalent to the one thing a officer never wants to hear is somebody take his gun.
Right, right.
Because that becomes his
And we
lifeline.
don't want anybody to take our stethoscopes.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
hello. It's like, what? What? That's taking our heart out.
Wow. Everybody, this is Dr. Marilyn Corder. It's Real Talk with Dr. Corder. And we're talking about June is Men's Health Month. And she was just going down some of the stuff that causes us men uh, to have fatalities. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention, listen. If you missed anything, go back on it and listen. And we were just right now talking about conversing about what doctors don't do when they find out they're sick, or they ignore it. And it's so funny that you said that, because I remember when my father, your uncle, he found out he had prostate cancer, and he didn't do anything about it for 2 years, and then
Right.
it went to bone cancer.
Well, he had a twin, our
Yeah,
other uncle.
yeah, yeah, yep, exactly. And he
And
did
I
the same
didn't
thing.
know, I'll tell you, I had no idea that our uncle, I won't say his name, but
Hmm.
uncle that's just a couple years younger than your father,
Yeah,
had prostate cancer,
yeah,
and it had metastasized to the bone. So I found out who the doctor was, who was a good friend of mine, a colleague, and I'm running mad at him
yeah,
because
yeah,
that's like somebody I used to date. How dare you just tell my uncle? Baba, he looked at me like I had grown an extra head.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he said, Marilyn, what are you talking about? Mr. So and so? Oh, he known. This is 4 years ago. He had that diagnosis long time ago. Because our cousin was fussing. That doctor, he seemed like he was kind of cold, and matter of fact, etc. Because Uncle so and so didn't want the family to know,
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
this had gone to his bone.
right, right.
And I said, then after that, I couldn't say much, and I couldn't tell my first. Well, I ended up saying, your daddy knew way
Yeah,
before
that's what
you
you
did.
had to do. You had to say, yeah, your
Right.
daddy
I
knew.
can say your
Yeah,
daddy knew.
yeah. And it's crazy, like you said, they were damn near like twins, because they were only like some team months apart.
Right, right.
So
18 months. Right,
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, so the bottom line is, like being naive, and I guess that old cliche, oh well, you know, I guess back then, dealing with prostate cancer, you're worried about your gun being loaded. I don't know what the reasons for not trying to be, it's first and foremost, I know it's hard for probably anybody. Well, I don't know, maybe it's different, because women they'll feel a lump or a bump or something. They'll go to the doctor. Men will be like, oh, it'll go away, and try to diagnose yourself or pre-medicate, you know what I'm saying? Take care of
Right,
yourself. And next
right,
thing you know, it grows into something. And next thing you know, it's like, oh, you got to get something amputated or taken off. You're like, whoa,
right,
whoa.
right.
Like, I didn't know that, you know? And I guess that's our last line of defense of still trying to be macho, where, listen, you ain't got to be macho with that. You know what I'm saying? Health, you can't beat health. You know what I'm saying? You
That's
can't
right.
beat that
And
monster.
no matter how much money and power, when you go down, you go down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is,
And
wow.
I'm talking 6 feet under when you go down.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
of course, the health will be going down. But truly, no money can't save you. You can't say, wait a minute, God, wait a minute. I'm a
yeah,
millionaire. I'm a
yeah.
billionaire.
Let me ask you a question. I was. This is just my own thoughts. Like with that brown sky that we had, or orange sky that we had last week. I said, who knows? People were throwing on masks left and right. You couldn't get people to throw masks on for COVID. People were throwing masks on for that sky. But then, do you think that might cause some kind of respiratory problems later on down the road where somebody will be
It's
coming up
almost like
sick?
Agent Orange. And those
Right.
people who were outside, who work outside, but they called some of those people in, especially the people who wrote tickets. We were like, we could park anywhere we want to. Can't give a tickets because they're
Exactly.
parking outside,
Exactly.
but the parking enforcement was like, no, 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 no.
Yeah. 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 Write a ticket now. Damn it.
There
Yeah.
you go. We're
Right.
not supposed to
Right.
be out here. But meantime, who knows? I know with my patients, they got overwhelmed, wheezing, coughing. You could taste it, and some of the infants couldn't talk, obviously, but they were having difficulty eating, drinking their bottle, coming up for air. And I'm telling my patients, stop walking through the park. Can't you see what's in the sky?
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, a whole lot of theories have gone through with folks with this, from climate change to the end. So I would say the end of times is coming. So I've had lots of conversations.
Mm-hmm. Right. 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 Um. Yeah. We definitely can talk. Somebody just asked me a question, and I just had to reply to them that way. We'll talk more about that. We'll definitely talk. But it is something. Um, I'm sorry that was like a little disturbing message. So I just
Oh,
got no, yeah, yeah. But it's so funny how we're always called to do things and look out for people. So absolutely, we definitely can converse after the show. Um, yeah, so that agent stuff, like that, yeah, that orange stuff was in the air. That was bugging me out because I was like, oh, yeah, I had never seen anything, and we as people, I'm one of a few people that I can say, when you see something kind of dangerous or something like traumatic happens, like the humor comes over. That's my like defensive mechanism, right? So I was just like, I was telling Malika, I'm in New York running around. I'm like, oh. I was like, yo, the world gonna turn, zombies, Dawn of the Dead, like, uh-uh. What's going
apocalyptic, all
about?
that. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, like all the movies that we've seen, World War Z, with Brad Pitt and
That's
all
right.
these things. Every
The overcast come, then all of a sudden the cars will start having accidents. And
Yeah, people, and then next thing you know, they, I'm
right,
like, yo, go ahead
right.
now, you get your ass beat. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Take your butt in the house, close the windows, shut the
Yeah,
shades.
yeah, and I think that probably caused a lot of people to maybe have upset stomachs because you don't know what happens to people from that stench that was in the air too, because that was a foul odor. It really
So,
was.
so get a load of this. So we get that, but 2 days before that, we had a sonic boom. So we
Hmm.
over here just shaking, and down in the DMV, we get this sonic boom. We don't know what that is, okay, and we still don't know all the details. And then
Right,
we get
right,
this
right,
overcast of what's going on. It's like, okay, what's the next chapter? What's
right, right,
the story? Because it's a real story as they're telling it. But
right.
guess what, folks? Do you know that COVID is still out there? I had 3 calls today, positive COVID. Three. Watch out. Watch out.
Yeah.
COVID is still poking its head.
Mm, mm,
So
mm.
we need to put our mask on.
Right. What's so funny? If there's anything else you want to talk about, I'm gonna shift the topic. So, what do you think about? Because I know this is up your alley too. What do you think about what's happening in 45? I knew I was gonna get a chuckle out of you.
Well, y'all, you know what? Florida got it right for the first time.
Right, 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 right,
Florida
right,
got it right. They got him indicted in Florida, not in New York, because they would just excuse that. Not in Washington D.C. Here at the Capitol. I'm sitting in D.C.
right,
Florida.
right. And
History.
do you think, a lot of people might think DeSantis had something to do with that? He's like, yo, I'm gonna get this dude out of here. I don't know. Listen.
Well, it's going to be interesting if he's the case. It's almost like what they call a duel. They walk in opposite directions and turn around and both gonna shoot each other
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
and go down. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not voting Republican, but if I were voting Republican, guess who I would like to see as the as the nominee?
Who, that lady?
Huh?
Who?
No, 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 no.
Who?
I would like Mr. I call him Mr. Fat Man, New Jersey.
Oh, Christie.
I like him. I like myself some Christie because he keeps it real.
I listened to him. I think he's been through enough to understand, and he has to keep it real now. You know what I'm saying? And then when I watch him on Channel 7 in the morning or 6 or whatever ABC affiliates, wherever
I love it when he and Donna Brazile.
Yeah, listen, she was like, yo, that's my
TV husband.
That's yes. yeah. And I love her. I love her.
I know her. She was DNC. I mean, I see Donna all the time. She is so classy, so real, so smart.
Yes,
so respected.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling, but see, he's got 5 people to knock out. First, it's got Pence, which shouldn't be a hard knockout in terms of beat Pence and Haley and I don't know what Tim Scott think he doing, other than Uncle Tom. What the hell? I mean, what the heck? Okay, what is Tim Scott doing?
Yo, okay. he just playing. He just wasting his time. You know what I'm saying?
Wasting people's money. Don't give them no money.
Yeah. Listen, let me ask you a question too, from a medical standpoint and a personal. Do you think Joey B is too old to run?
I don't think he is. Look at Ronald Reagan. Remember that?
Oh yeah. He got exactly.
And his wife was the president. She was standing there whispering, Ronnie, and he was. She was the president. He wasn't even there. He was a sheriff.
Hey, yo, cuz she was like,
I know. She was like, I was like, that's right. It's like, and he looked down.
Yeah. Oh my God. Exactly.
If he had that as president, then what can I say?
Yeah.
Joe may fall a few times. It's okay. We all can.
Yeah.
He'll fall off a bike. He'll fall off stage, but he still has it.
Yeah. So from a professional standpoint and a personal standpoint, you think he's still scrupulous. Just because you're older don't mean your scruples is gone. I didn't know a lot of times, and this may be a reason why a lot of times he may stutter or mess. I didn't know he stuttered. He conquered that. So bravo to him that he had a speech impairment and stuttered. Yeah. Right. So a lot of times people just they make fun of him, but they didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of people talking about JFK. One of the he's like, enough of the Kennedy family. Let them rock. Let them take a little rest.
Nah, too much scandal.
Too much scandals.
Too much stuff. I love JFK. I loved it.
Right.
Too much stuff.
Yeah.
I think they have rode that tide long enough. The cousins, the uncles, the wife. I don't think the wave is there.
Right. So a lot of times people have, like I said, there's some people who have the whispers about Joey B, and they might feel about your college alumni person that she, they don't want to see her in the office. You know what I'm saying? Like
one heartbeat away, and that's freaking them out.
Yes.
Yeah. All we gotta do is just tell everybody we're gonna put a pacemaker in Joey B, so his heartbeat will continue to heartbeat.
Yeah. Exactly. So many different things that's going on in this world.
That's why my kids just left.
Yo, your kid's a gangster. Your kid's a gangster.
They're like, see ya. Yeah. Listen, they did what we call drop the mic. Click.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I've never seen two people get up and leave.
Okay. And loving it and living life and making money and don't have a care. And there's no crime where they are.
No.
There's no racism. Believe it or not, there's no racism in the Philippines. They love Black people. Love us.
That's crazy. Yeah.
No guns. They're real religious. They're so. I mean, they love him. Love him.
Wow. And Adrian living her best life.
Let me tell you, she's Queen of Ghana.
Yeah. She's taking it over.
She's the Queen of Ghana. And now she's vice
She's gonna be the
president.
next coming to America. We're gonna see her face on the dollar
Oh
bill.
my God, she is. Let me tell you, Adrian's getting ready to do this big bazaar called All About Ghana or All Ghana. I'm telling you, she's loving it. And she every time I see her, she looks younger and younger.
She looks great.
Face is flawless. Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Don't and it look like she don't have a care in the world.
Mm-mm. No, she doesn't.
No, and Freddie don't either.
And,
Listen,
and I'm so jealous. I'm like, I gotta look my left, looks right, make sure I don't get pulled over by the police. Driving while black and going to my
exactly.
car. Look, about to run out of here before it's dark.
Oh yeah,
Make sure nobody
I'm gonna get you out there
no
definitely
kid
on
gonna knock
time.
me
Yeah.
inside my head and carjack me. I can't pump gas. And when Adrian said, with the air quality, she said in Ghana, our air is pure.
I know how many times you look over at her and say, "Okay, say it again."
I
You
know.
know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Yeah, say it
That's right.
again.
That's right.
Listen, one more Ghana out of you. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like.
And she and look at the she look at the news. She said, now, this is just crazy. Don't let her get into politics though. One
Oh,
thing about the crime, people killing these teenagers. She said, this ain't making any sense. Can't even knock on the wrong door. Can't even do this. Can't even do this. Can't even go up somebody's driveway accidentally. But and she's got it right. I be putting my head down. And, yeah, you're right. Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's funny. But I mean, tip my hat to you and Fred for making them so independent and feeling that they can just do whatever they want to do, and which they're doing it. So
And they
bravo to
doing it.
you. Yeah, they're
Whatever.
doing it because so many people of color like we'll stagnate, we'll choke our kids and make them feel like to get a trade, something back in the days. Do this, your kids. They knew they came from good stock.
They
I
said
mean, I
each of them got 2 to 3 degrees, and they're like, we're out. We did what you
yeah,
want. We're out.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like, my mom or your aunt used to say, well, what did you and Fred do? Your kids, wow, why are they running from you? My mom was like, well, why they go so far? What is going
yeah,
on for real? I'm like, the for real is that they've been so privileged to have traveled. The world is their playground, and they just go,
yeah,
you know. But
yeah. Because it's definitely they,
yeah,
they 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 will get up and say goodbye in a minute. You know what I'm
child,
saying? They,
right,
I'm out game. I was like, oh, and then I'm back in town game for a few,
right.
and they
Freddie's
come
in
back.
Paris. Freddie left here. He's in Paris for a day or two. Then he's going to Manila. He comes back on July, and it's like, yeah. And then he goes all over. He was in Chicago for the vegan deal. Then he's
Hmm.
going to be he was in Harlem like about a month ago, but they canceled the last Thursday Harlem Nights, whatever it's called,
Right.
because of the fog.
Uh
So,
huh.
but yeah, he's everywhere, everywhere.
Bravo to them. 'Cause, listen, I travel. I have a little suitcase over here, but there's nothing in it. But I live vicariously through them. So when I do my laundry, that's the closest I'm getting to traveling like that right now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, right. So that's it. Just buying some new underwear because I know Adrian had me laughing talking about when she was packing and taking her stuff to there, and I was like, "Oh, you crazy,"
Right,
you
right.
know. So that's a beautiful thing. What else we could talk about? Because I ain't gonna keep you today. I'm just so glad that you're here. I just want whatever you want to talk about. Anything we're gonna discuss. What's happening in the DMV politics?
We got gay pride.
Oh, this month. Right.
This is pride. This
Yeah.
is pride.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. I mean, it's like accept. So the LGBT whatever it's called. Look, they know what being black is about, kinda, in terms of
Right.
prejudice and not accepted. And the white supremacists and Republicans, and you can't say gay. You can't say you can't talk about it. You can't talk the critical race theory either. And now they said slavery is banned in Florida. You can't say the word slavery.
Yo, that's crazy to me.
It's called
That's crazy.
involuntary something or another. It's a
Yeah.
term for slavery.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
It's so funny. Everything get pushed back. Let me ask you a question. Now, from a professional standpoint, have they changed the rules with this he, them, they, non-binary? I mean, like, do you have like? I mean, what's your thoughts on a child talking about, oh, I want a sex change at 13 or 14 years old?
Well, well, I have to wear three hats on that one
Okay.
because as a pediatrician,
Right.
as a right to gender preference, I have to say he or she has all right to whatever that means, even in the medical.
Okay.
Um, Even with corrections, like Department of Corrections, they are supposed to abide by whatever medical treatment that individual is supposed to have or needs to have,
Hmm.
as well as the military.
Right. 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 Right.
Military, and it's to each his own.
Right.
Now, I don't know if at 13 you really know what you are and really know what you want and really know, you know, I mean, you can have same gender, like of the same gender, but that could just be kind of like I call it an extended friendship, okay, sharing everything because now everything is on TV, etc. But really may not be gay or lesbian or what have you.
Hmm.
But everybody jumps right on. Oh yeah, she's so and so, and I'm going to accept that. Maybe she's not that. Maybe she just don't know what it's like to have a good relationship. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not privy or blessed to have a good relationship, and may have been dogged. On, let's say a female just may have been dogged and didn't choose the right people, the person to respect her and find comfort in a female and then say, well, this is where I'm supposed to be. But it may just be because of her selection of that opposite sex. However, that's their right. So if and when people say they're born with it, who's to say they're not? So
Yeah.
I
You know what's so funny? I mean, and I'm gonna throw a little humor in this. Um, a child really doesn't know really what they. I mean, I guess I'm assuming that you don't know. I mean, from our generation, we didn't know. I remember when I was younger, and I was on an elevator with my mother, and this man asked me, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And I told my mother, I told him, I said, I want to be a cab driver. So right, so we just got out the cab, and the cab driver was nice to us. He was talking. I don't know if he was flirting with my mom or not, but he was just nice. He was talking to us. So then my mother laughed. She said, "Well, yeah, her and the man laughed, and she said, yeah, well, he got a lot." So when we got off the elevator, she said, "Boy, you don't want to be no damn cab driver. What's wrong with you? Don't say no so silly shit like that." When we got in the house. I remember that so vividly. You know how you get, cuz you know how you get that yank. Like, what's wrong with you talking
right,
so
right,
silly?
right, right.
People think you stupid. I think I don't raise you with some sense. I was like, oh, I just don't ever say no dumb shit like that again. So,
That's funny.
and I've never said it since then. So
Right. So look, now, so another 3 or 4 months when I see you with your cab, I'm gonna say, that that, that was suppressed.
What you say?
That's right. That's right. She's like, I'm gonna say, okay.
Oh yeah, no, it ain't gonna happen. Trust me. Only time it happens when you say take me someplace or something. That's close. I'm getting a cabin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Listen. So yeah, it's so funny that I think about that, and then because I know a lot of people have issues with Dwayne Wade and Gab, and he was going back and forth with the biological mother, and with the son, daughter, whomever, whatever he or she is. And I don't mean to sound so disrespectful. I
right,
mean,
right.
and I can only think about how I would feel if that was my son, or daughter, and you got to still want to love your child unconditionally, but
Right.
I'd be like, wait a minute, this ain't picking a college, you know what I'm saying? Like where you could just fail out. So these are kind of conversations. Um, I don't know if you're even privy to say that as uh, children have come to you that I'm sure you can see that maybe child, may he or she may have a different sexual preference or ideology right now. Is that conversation different when it comes to
Okay, so
health?
so let me just tell you something that will make you just think, and think. So about 5 years ago, yeah, about 5 years ago, I had a patient who was in the kindergarten, and she went to a majority white school
Mm-hmm.
up here in upper northwest Washington,
Right,
near
right,
Georgetown. And so hair was natural, so she had puff balls or just natural. But most of her classmates were blonde, brunette, Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd always ask her questions about her hair, and she would feel a little taken aback, and she would feel like they were prejudiced. They didn't like her. They wanted to touch her hair.
Yeah.
Guess what? Guess what group of people really embraced her? Boys. So she started playing with the boys because they didn't care what your hair looked like. Okay, if
Right. Right.
if
Right.
they digging for worms or doing truck or running, etc. So she started just playing with them. So she goes home and she tells her mother because Heather and Jay, whatever didn't
Yeah.
care for her, but Tommy and Joshua, hey, just get dirty with us, blah blah blah. So she
Yeah.
said, I want to be a boy. She didn't mean that.
No. No.
She didn't.
Right.
She just said that because boys
That's who
were
embraced her.
different.
Right.
Right,
Right.
exactly. What did her mother do? Cut all her hair off. Started giving her boy clothes. This girl had beautiful braids with big bows. Okay, I'm trying not to
Wow.
say her name.
Right. Right there. Don't say that. Yeah.
Cut all her hair off and said she wants people. I'm like, what you talking about? So when they came in the office, I'm saying, hi, she looks so good. How's she doing? And so she's looking at me like I'm offending. They're in the room. Offending because I'm not saying how he's doing. Well, he ain't got no penis. It was a girl last year. So I mean, but he's 6 years old.
Oh, that yeah. I know. I'm glad I didn't come into the medical field because I'd have been like, he who?
Oh, and look, and we shared the same hairstylist. So
Right. Right.
the hairstylist called me. And she said, "Well, I don't care what she say. That girl is. I don't care what the mother say. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call her so and so and so.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
call her."
Exactly.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
but she ended up writing a letter to the school before the year, like going back to school, and told all of the students that so and so is. Let's give her name Ryan, even though that's not the name.
Right. Right. Right.
Ryan is
Right.
no longer a girl. Y'all get a grip. Ryan is now a boy. So Ryan is coming to school now with boy clothes, boy shoes, boy shorts, cut hair, boy clothes. And I'm still looking at this cute little girl face haircut.
Yeah.
So Ryan, let's take this 3 years later, is now in puberty. Ryan's
Oh.
getting breast buds.
Right.
So
Right.
Ryan's
Right.
endocrinologically is a girl.
Yes.
So
Right.
the
Right.
mother is like freaking out. Oh, what we gonna do? I don't see them anymore. I think after so many times, and I'm trying to respect. I did, but she was 6. She went home and said, "I want to be a boy because boys are nice." So I'm like, this is what they do. I get people, little kids 6 years old, tell me they want to be a fire engine. They don't go out and get wheels and get paid. Come on. See, I'm like,
Oh yeah. Like. Word. Let me tell you something. I was little. I wanted to be all the superheroes. Batman, Superman. I ain't jump off the damn building. I may have jumped off the bed, but I ain't jump off the building.
and Spider Man, anyway.
Yo, listen, that's and see that's my point. That's where I'm really going with a lot of this. I mean, like, and sometimes just doing too much. Enough is enough. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
And here's the end of it. So I'd rather her say at 13, 12, I'm not into boys. And I have some families now. I have some families that by the time they're 12, 13, and they're telling their parents and they're sitting down and say, really, mom, dad, I have a wonderful family. I mean, all of my families are wonderful, but I have a family. And they just said, okay. So she's going through testosterone treatment, um, wears clothes that suppresses her breasts, and she wears boys' clothes. And she's doing now the surgical, um, surgical change. I get that. He is a senior in high school. Okay. They started this conversation when he, who one time was he was 12, about 14. So and so you asked me, that's why I said I wear a couple of hats because I just don't think at kindergarten, but yet that's what the American Academy of Pediatrics we're supposed to say. It can start as early as kindergarten, but I just think that was a bit drastic.
yeah, because listen, I'd be like, listen, I'm knock it off. Get out of here with that. You know what I mean? But I guess I'd probably lose my license and practice and I'll be somewhere on a podcast because I you know, like I said, you got to be politically correct, and like you said, you're wearing
Right.
house.
So
You know, you're
so I
wearing
had to respect, and I had to respect the mom, and I did. I put on the chart this little child. He, Baba, Baba, and I think after about 6 years, they go somewhere else now. But they, I was their doctor till she was, well, sorry, look at me, till he was about 10. So
anyway, like you said, you don't even know who it is. You forgot now. You know what I'm saying? He, she, they, all that. Listen,
oh,
sometimes I really just think, I'm all about, you know, having a mind and doing things, but you
so
know,
so now I'm gonna interrupt.
no, go ahead, please.
So now, as grown ups, etc., I get it. I when I say I get it, I think you're all the rights to get married, all the rights to adopt and have children, all the rights to be teachers. All you should have all those rights.
Yes,
You
right,
should.
right. I agree.
You
Yeah.
should pride. If it wasn't for my birthday, I would have gone down there and marched. In terms of pride awareness, pride because people are killing folks and abusing them and you can't read books. You can't do this. You can't what? You got some sex offenders who
Yeah.
are politicians. Look at
Right, 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 right,
look
right,
at
right.
45.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly.
And
You
you
know?
have loving relationships with from folks from the group. And it's like you can't I see some best of parents, two fathers, two mothers, best of parents.
Mm-hmm.
And all I can say is you go for it. I'm with you all the way.
Yeah. Kendra said, "What's up, cuz?" She said, "Playing dress up is age appropriate as children. Some parents run with it. Absolutely, yeah. It's I get it. Kid want to wear baggy pants or something, want to slick the hair back a little bit.
Right.
I mean, shit, we come from the era with Dixie Peach. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fried dye and slick to the side. I mean, like we've been traumatized with that. You know what I'm trying to say? But
Right.
the thing is, and I guess it's such a hard thing. And I don't know. Sometimes, like maybe like they say, being too woke, and it's a shame to use that terminology in the time when it comes to your loved ones. But the bottom line is, uh, like I said, I'm sure, like I said, from a medical standpoint, your thing is all about the health. But then I'm sure you have to put on the psychological hat too with it a little bit, right? Maybe.
Of course I do.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and that group of people are the most suicide attempts and successful. That and because they're so abused by family, by the community, they feel unwanted. So we have to protect all, and we have to protect them. So yep, yep, yep.
Mm. And it's so funny because Malika and I have a running joke because we share the same primary, and she always says, um, "My friend," and I know who she's talking about. Because she almost got cursed out one time when she said Marilyn says that's the running joke in the house because if she
Right.
says something, I said
I say your name all the time, Marilyn.
listen, I said say it again. I said I don't give a damn.
I'm your cousin too, Malika. I'm your cousin too.
Exactly.
And that's the whole thing. We'll be talking about something, and she says, "Well, Marilyn says." I'm like, "What?"
That's right.
Yo,
That's right. That's right.
cuz it get to the point. Wait, well, you do the show next week then. How about that?
I don't mind. It works. You
Yeah. Because you got big cuz, like, absolutely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She knows I respect my elders and my seniors. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, exactly. Because y'all don't know this Foster clan on this side, we some tough cookies, boy. We'll curse you out and get in your ass. And
That's right. That's
and
right.
inside joke, we'll write a letter, right? Now,
Write a letter in a minute.
we'll write a letter on you in a minute. Now, I guess
Yeah.
right now it'll be an email, but back in our days, our family could write a letter. Yo, cuz I ain't gonna hold you. Anybody, I didn't really see too many questions. Everybody's, and I loved it because we were just able to freestyle and chop it. We always do that anyway, but we could switch topics and lanes. What's up, Dave? I see you in the building. If there's anything you want to say before we get out of here, I'm gonna let you go home because damn laws, I don't want you to get caught in any
And I'm
darkness.
not in Ghana and I'm not in the Philippines, so I got to get my out of here.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly.
Right. But I just want And this has been fun. We did back to back.
Yeah, that's it. I loved it. I appreciate you so
But don't
much.
let me come. What you gonna do Juneteenth?
Oh, well, we gonna take a holiday, or you want to come on?
I don't know. Maybe I'll come on.
Okay, you let me know. I'll play it by your ear.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, because it's you know.
I may have Miss Ghana on.
Oh, we can do that.
Because now her birthday is June 16th, so she's flying to Florida. But we'll see how busy she is.
Yeah. Well, okay, we'll check it out, and we'll play it like that. If you want to bring her on, exactly. Okay. Well, cuz get home safe. I love you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the back to back.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to.
And happy birthday again. Exactly.
Because my age, we celebrate all week. Okay.
Almost, Marilyn.
Almost. Celebrate long as you want, okay. Right? Exactly.
I had candles. I'm too old to put all the candles on, so one candle per decade, and that was still quite a few. I was like, okay, it'll take me 2 blows to blow those out too.
Yeah, right. Be like, yo, listen, wait a minute. Blow the candles out. Wait a minute. How I'm breathing? Wait a minute.
I can't blame it on the air quality. It's called getting old.
Oh, good, Marilyn. Well, you look excellent. You look excellent. They look excellent. And you know what's so funny? I wanted to put a post up. I couldn't find it. I had a picture. I don't know where the hell it's at. Of you and I in front of your house in Landover back in the days. Oh my God.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Yeah.
Some of those throwback pictures are hilarious.
Yeah, when people go back, you'd be like, really? Oh man. So,
I have to show you. Speaking of a picture, hold on. Let me show you. Got to show you this one. Hold on behalf of all of us. Amen.
She's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Dog got sleep apnea. This dog over here.
Oh, Miles.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody know Miles.
You know some people?
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's you. That's Aunt Doris. That's Oprah and yes, Adrian, indeed. Right?
That's Oprah and that's Adrian.
Right. There you go.
Beautiful.
Hanging out. Having girl talk, you know?
Oprah's very lucky to be in that picture with you.
Yeah, exactly.
What she say?
She said Oprah's very lucky to be in that picture
with
you guys.
Correct. That's not the only time I've taken pictures with Sister Oprah.
Yeah, because I know Aunt Doris will definitely talk to her. She would let her know.
Oh yeah, she had mommy. Mommy took about 3 or 4 pictures. She said, "Come on back."
And Oprah better came back because your mom would have gave her the business.
Right?
She no. Like what? She don't want to take a picture with you.
Oprah was telling Doris to come back.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
There you
that's
go.
What's up. Shout out to
I didn't realize their birthday is the same, like a day apart.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
When is Aunt Doris' birthday?
February 15th.
Oh, she's an Aquarius, right?
Aquarian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to the ancestors.
That's right. Shout out to the ancestors.
We got it from here, y'all. We tight. We rocking it. We having a ball. We laughing. We doing business together. So go ahead, cuz. Get home safe. Right. Let us know you got home safe.
I
love you. Talk to you later.
Take care. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody that's real talk.
Make sure you listen to Malika. Bye.
Oh man.
Girl power.
Yeah, exactly.
Bye.
I can't win, everybody. I'm still ducking the dot. Yeah, Mary. That was so good, right?
Great show. Always.
Yeah.
I hope they can come back next week.
Next month.
Juneteenth.
Oh, Juneteenth.
Is Monday.
Oh.
Next Monday.
Oh, that's Allison, but I'll bring Marilyn.
That's okay.
Yeah. Allie, you gotta get bumped.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, Allie, we won't bump you, but we just let you rock. We'll let you rock out with the quarters. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everybody. Thank you.
Stop yawning.
I'm tired.
Come on now.
It's raining, but
it's been a lazy day.
Right. Knees hurting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody, appreciate you chiming in, watching. Stay dry. I don't know if it's still raining out. Just stay healthy. Be careful. Watch your back. And I should have asked Marilyn who she got going in the game tonight.
Oh yeah.
That's right. We T minus. We a few
Right.
minutes away.
Okay.
All right, everybody. See you soon. Peace.
Bye.
Force of the moment. Real Talk Chronicles. We out. Later.
Nice. I want to show you something.